Tonight, we will share the impact of art in our community as we celebrate our 90th Tulip Time. Art is a way for communities to express themselves. It enables artists to engage in the creative activity with the community. It's collaborative. It communicates across the barriers of language, class, or culture. And what does art mean for communities, especially ours, which is so vibrant with all of our galleries downtown? Kristin Armstrong, the executive director for the Saugatuck Center for the Arts, was chosen as the official juror for all art-related activities for the 90th Tulip Time. And she has a few words to say about how thriving communities work with art.
Tulip Time is really a fascinating catalyst, I think, and a vehicle also for art in Holland and frankly throughout broader West Michigan. I mean, tactically, Tulip Time is commissioning every year two-dimensional posters. This year also, all of those wonderful pieces that are part of the Klompen Garden. And I think it reminds us too, when we see things outside, especially like that, how valuable it is to have public art as part of our landscape, our cultural landscape, all the time. And honestly, we should all be writing Tulip Time a big thank you note for bringing it to us, especially during that time. To see all the ways that people think about Tulip Time and how it clearly moves their heart, how it's a passion for them, how it's something that gets them excited. There's a deep tradition and there's iconic imagery and meaning, and yet there's also very fresh and modern ideas and sentiments and concepts. And that all comes together in art. And those are kind of abstract concepts, I think, to think about what is traditional Tulip Time, what is future Tulip Time, how does this all come together? That, I think, is actually the beauty of art. It comes to us through posters, it comes to us maybe through sculptures, and we can see these things, experience them, enjoy them, and we understand those things coming, those abstract things coming together, displayed through art, and something that we can be a part of and experience too.
So how are we celebrating art and culture for the 90th Tulip Time? This year, our theme is Paint the Town Orange. Amsterdam celebrates their monarch's birthday, heralding the House of Orange. For our anniversary year, we are inviting Holland to gather together with orange spirit, dress, or decor. Tulip Time draws together the rich and diverse traditions of our entire community, those with Dutch heritage and those from other ethnic backgrounds. We have a new interactive public art project for the 90th called the Klompen Garden. It's a platform to further showcase the artistic talent of our artists. The community was invited to submit a design and concept sketch for this interactive art project. Artists submitted concepts for large wooden shoes that are here in front of me. I was going to stand in them, but I thought that might not be good. 45 concepts were selected. So you get it, 45 pair of shoes equals how many shoes? And how many years? Huh, you guys are so smart. So we are so excited and really can't wait to see what this art looks like in real life. Here are a few examples of the concepts that were submitted. And I honestly can't wait to see them come to life. Guests can step into them and take their pictures, share them on social media. You can vote for your favorite pair. And for a $1,000 donation, you can own a unique, one-of-a-kind Klompen for your home or office. Aren't they cool? So you need to see Lauren. Where's Lauren? Lauren, raise your hand. I know you're here. Oh, here she is over here. So you need to go find Lauren, and she'll connect you with a pair of shoes that you can take home. To help accommodate this lovely art project in the Klompen Garden, we had a tulip committee, we called them, to look ahead at new ways to showcase our queen, the tulip, and all these lovely shoes. The committee started meeting 2 years ago. Many of you also helped plant tulips this fall during the community planting days. Now, how many of you were involved in that? Raise your hand. Wow, a lot of you knew them. That's awesome. So we thank you. I think the Parks Department, us, really thank you for the hours that you put into planting tulips. So give yourself a hand. Window on the waterfront has been re-landscaped, and this is a picture of what that looks like, that will accommodate the Klompen Garden, that will allow people to walk through the tulips and take better pictures. And we thank so much the Parks Department for working on this project and having this ready to go for 2019. 25% of the tulips planted this year from the city are a variety of orange. Cadans is the official orange bloom, so look for those around town. We also have a new initiative called Join the Dance Initiative. The costumes our dancers wear are each individually made and represent dress from the provinces in the Netherlands from the late 1800s and early 1900s, and they are an art form of its own. This year we have 135 kinder dancers, the biggest group ever, 40 middle school dancers. We piloted that program last year with 10 kids, Chris? I think 10 or 12. We have 40 signed up this year. And we also have our high school and alumni dance program. Our seamstresses are artists as well, recreating these costumes. This year we have a couple new costumes. The Hindelopen is from Friesland, and the middle school costume from the Zeeland province, designed by our own costume directors, looking at pictures in books. They create these patterns. I mean, it's phenomenal. I sew, and I can't even begin to understand the skill set they have. So I would like all our dance directors and costume directors to stand up so we can thank you for the countless hours of work that you put into this program. One thing we have found with this program is that there's a barrier to participation at our high school level. The cost of a costume, shoes, the seamstress fee, on average, is $300 per student. For example, the Markin costume for the girls has 75 individual pieces or trim that have to be measured and cut. The last person that wore this particular costume was in 1888, roughly, we think. And then we also have the Hindelopen costume, which is the one that is, Chris is like, talking, like nodding her head at me. No, you're wrong. Yeah, okay. So the Hindelopen was last worn in the 1888, and that's a brand new costume this year as well. But again, this complexity of what this is and the cost for these students is really expensive. So the Join the Dance initiative is to raise $60,000 to produce 200 costumes for kids at the high school level so that they can participate in our Dutch dance program. We live in a philanthropic community that truly supports the needs of our community. So we encourage you to help support this initiative. March 23rd is our Fancy Gala event that will continue to raise funds for the Join the Dance initiative. To date, we have raised over $23,000 and 77 costumes. So this event is going to be at the Civic Center, newly renovated. We're so excited about that, and we hope you will join us. Tim Freeman and Mark Dykema, if you don't know those two, you should figure out who they are. They are going to make it a really energetic evening, and you are not going to want to miss the auction items and the frivolity of this night. So sign up on our website and join us for this great evening. There are also additional ways you can get involved in art during the festival. We have a fabulous quilt show. We've got some of that committee here tonight that's exhibited at the Holland Area Arts Council. We have an interactive painting class with local artists. We have a photography walk with a local photographer. You can get into Windmill Island before or after it closes and get great pictures of tulips. And then you can also see this lovely exhibit of the top 20 Art in Bloom Viewer's Choice at the Holland Area Arts Council. This isn't art related, but it's so cool, I have to tell you all, because you're going to all love this. Over the years, we have had some really great national coverage from the Weather Channel, NBC Nightly News, that was 2 years ago. Thanks to 13 on Your Side, our exclusive television partner, Ginger Z, will be broadcasting from Holland on Wednesday, May 8th at Good Morning America. We are thrilled to have that kind of coverage. So, of course, Art in Bloom is why we're here tonight. We had 44 artists put in 75 pieces of artwork. The top 20 artists are what you see tonight in their paintings and 3D media. And I would like to ask all of them to stand along with our previous Art in Bloom winners so we can say thank you for sharing your talent and treasure with us. I can sew, but I can't paint. Carolyn's tried to teach me multiple times, and it just doesn't quite work. So the talent that you have is just phenomenal, and I thank you all so much for continuing to invest in Tulip Time and support this program. This is the 9th year of Art in Bloom, and because you continue to support Tulip Time, and we are really able to produce and facilitate these art-related events in our community. So I would like to have you listen to 2 artists share their life-changing story about winning the Art in Bloom competition previously. Take a look.
Winning Tulip Time was, it'll kind of make me tear up now. It is just the highlight of my career.
2015 Tulip Time Festival Ulster winner, Carolyn Stitt.
Well, my emotions got the best of me. The honor of having your name called, you just have to know that it'll take your breath away. I mean, it took my breath. I still get verklempt because it just means a lot. And for any artist, it just means a lot. And I know it's a small town, but to me, it's a big deal. I opened my shop in May and I won this, and that was incredible. And I thought that everybody says it's so hard to have a small business, and our first 6 months was fabulous. It's like, oh, this isn't hard. And then, of course, that buzz died down, and then I figured out what everybody was talking about. But I have wonderful customers who always come in and say, have you come up with a design yet or anything? So I've drawn tulips every single different way. And so to come up with a different design every year is a fun challenge. I don't know how I got here. I mean, I'm just a regular person. I have to pinch myself all the time.
Karen, please join us on stage.
2014 was the first year that I tried to submit. I had thought about submitting to it for a couple years, but I didn't have anything that felt like it was right. Actually, I practiced a lot of other things now that I think about it, and they were just all making me It was like, how would I interpret the tulip? So it ended up coming out almost kind of concrete looking. The naming of it was just because that looked like 3 tough little tulips, and so that's how I decided to name it Resilience. I was in shock when I won, and so I think I was like in another world or something when I walked up to accept. I was just totally not even there. And when my husband and I left the banquet on the way out, we were finally like, whoa, what just happened? Winning the poster gave me just instant celebrity status, which is just so funny. My first time walking into the Tulip Time office after I won and seeing the display of all the merchandise and the painting hanging there like it was a kind of moment, spotlight, I don't know, just kind of really throws you off like, wow, this is real and this is really happening. There were certain things that I probably couldn't have made it there so easily, especially since I'm a new artist. I didn't start painting until 2009. So I kind of had catch up to do. None of my friends knew what I did. So by winning that, all of a sudden a whole pile of people know what you're doing. It brought sales and it turned corners in some other ways. I would encourage any artist to give it a try because there's no downside to it. If you win, that'll be great. And even if you don't, there are just so many pluses to it. Getting to meet the other artists, the whole experience itself is a growing experience.
Thank you, Carolyn and Karen, for sharing your thoughts and experiences. New artists emerge every year and apply for, put their pieces in for this program as well, Art in Bloom. And artists from all levels of experience are encouraged to submit. And here's some encouraging words from a first-time top 20 artist, Kathy Sly. Is Kathy here yet? She's on her way. So her family's here. She's traveling back from a trip, and so we miss Kathy, but here we go.
I have been painting a lot of my life, but here and there.
You can just lighten it up.
About 3 years ago, I took my first oils class from Beth Charles, and I met Cindy Ari, and we would do oil classes there, and I got hooked. So I ended up joining up with Studio 9, and we moved into this location. We all get together and help each other and inspire each other. Take all your expectations and put them aside because you're going to get something completely different. And that's, I guess, how you would explain alcohol inks. They're like watercolor on steroids. So it's kind of forced me to get into that little abstract mode, which I like.
It also can turn out really amazing.
Beth and Cindy were both past winners, and we were sitting here one evening talking. I said, wouldn't it be fun if we all entered? I wanted to show how spring comes alive and the rebirth. I didn't realize, because I hadn't been watching it on the internet when it was due, and so I had like a week and a half, 2 weeks to complete my painting. I was pretty excited to enter them, and then when I heard I was in this top 20, I just about fainted. So yeah, I was pretty thrilled. I called my husband up right away and said, "You're not going to believe it." This has been my dream, and I'm living the dream. Sorry, I get emotional. I've gotten quite a bit of feedback. It's kind of put me on the map where, I'm such a new painter that it's really been very good for me. Don't be afraid. Take the leap. It's not going to hurt you. If you fail, it's okay to fail, but you might surprise yourself.
Thanks to Kathy for those inspiring words. So I want to know how many of you paint and are going to put in a free piece next year? Okay, you need to raise your hands. As I mentioned earlier in the evening, Kristin has been our official juror for our 2 art-related events this year. Kristin couldn't be here tonight due to an event at the Saugatuck Center for the Arts. And we thank her for her dedication to providing a quality artistic experience in the West Michigan area and assisting us as well. So let's hear what she has to say about her experience as our juror.
This year, which is the 90th anniversary of Tulip Time, I am the official juror for, I'll say, all things art or art-related, which is our Art in Bloom as well as the Klompen Garden. So I've had the special privilege, honor, fun of getting to look at art in both of those areas. This is a themed competition, and we're asking people to show us some type of two-dimensional artwork that is going to really capture and represent the spirit, the heart, the passion of Tulip Time. And how people do that is fascinating. And as a juror, I got to see all of the submissions that came in, all of the raw data, as it were, from quite literally people of all ages. The top 20 artists this year during the 90th anniversary celebration, I think, are an outstanding cross-section of the community, in that there are different cultural ideas represented, from very traditional Dutch-looking representations to representations melding other world cultures. It's a fascinating jurying process. And while certainly there is a level of professionalism that is desired, because you get to have 20 finalists, you really are looking for a broad range of interpretations. So everything can't look like Delft china. Everything shouldn't look like a very traditional still life tulip. We need to have a broader way, again, to really reflect what Holland is in the 21st century. The funky, the interesting, the riffing, the different, the nod to, those ideas would be fun and I think extremely well received by the committee as people look for ways to show all the different varieties that tulips can be represented in, or that the passion and spirit of tulip time, how it can come out. So I would tell people, particularly if you think, oh, I've got this great idea, but it seems too far out there. Oh, you need to go for it next year.
I have to take a quick minute and thank the Holland TV guys that are here tonight for producing all these videos for us. You guys did a phenomenal job. Let's give them a hand. We've heard the stories of art's impact on our downtown, on businesses, on our residents and our friends. Art is at the core of our thriving community and an important piece of the Tulip Time mosaic. The Holland Area Arts Council has curated the entries for Art in Bloom. Kristin has thoughtfully selected the top 20 pieces. Now, the Tulip Time Board of Directors, where's my people up on the stage? And staff are ready to present to you the 2019 official festival artwork. Should there be a long silence like when you're on The Voice or something and they make you stand there and they're playing all this crazy music? Well, I can't sing and there's no crazy music, but our folks are ready. This piece was inspired by the Dutch heritage of our community, vivid colors and classic patterns. The winning piece for the 90th anniversary of Tulip Time is Enduring Doubt by Carolyn Stitch. I rarely see Carolyn speechless.
She's shaking like a leaf.
Oh, Carolyn, congratulations. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Okay, you had a minute. Well, I had to turn it on.
I need more than a minute. I am just, it's hard to get me speechless, I know. This just means a lot. I don't know, I can't say good.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much. This just means the world to me, so thank you. Gosh, I don't even know what to say. It's just so amazing. So, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Wow.
We surprised her, I think. Thank you for a truly amazing piece that represents our theme, Paint the Town Orange, and our 90th celebration. We thank all of our stakeholders who are here tonight, whether you're a volunteer, a sponsor, an artist. We just thank you for sharing your time, your talent, your treasure with us at Tulip Time. Thank you, Alton Rose, again, for your sponsorship and your wonderful meal. And I hope you will join us for our gala event in March and during the first week of May for the 90th Tulip Time. Thanks so much and have a great evening.